So this is my analysis of AWOL GP playing Fox versus TLOC Studebacher Hoch playing Luigi. I'm going to be referring to them by their first names. Ian is the Luigi player, Justice is the Fox player, and this VOD is mostly from Justice's perspective. I think that the reason he lost in this set was primarily because of a game plan that didn't extend beyond like the surpassing like the ASDI and CC percents, and a lack of understanding of Luigi's like neutral game and edge guarding. So I have a bunch of timestamps prepared that I'm just going to take us to right after I discuss really quick the weaknesses of Luigi. The general weaknesses of Luigi is that he has bad aerial mobility, a lack of options getting down, bad recovery, and he has very laggy movement. Things about wave dashes is that a wave dash, every single character has to go through 10 frames of wave dash lag, right? It's called waveland lag. And you have to add their jump squat to it. I believe Luigi's is frame 4. And what you get is a 14 frame wave dash plus however many frames it takes for X move to come out, right? So F tilt being frame 4 and D smash being frame 5, you have an 18 and 19 frame approach option respectively, which is incredibly slow. The reason it's important, and the reason that this is a weakness as well as a strength of wave dash characters, is they have those 14 frames moving toward you unarmed, essentially. During those 14 frames, no hitbox can hit you, right? Which is why wave dash characters are so good at chasing retreating movements. It's because they're so fast, and you won't be putting out hitboxes if you're retreating, right? Usually. Not every character can do that. So his general weakness as well as strength is within his wave dash, and understanding that is incredibly important. Not only do, just like every other character, you need to understand the threat range that Luigi has, you also need to understand where within that threat range he can't hurt you, because there is a pretty like decent chunk of it where he can't hurt you, and in that chunk is where your openings are. That's where your opportunities to stuff him are and then pressure him. We'll see a few examples of just like the range itself. I believe 111 is the first one. Or 111 could be something else. Oh yeah, 111 is an edge guard sequence. What about 114? Yeah, alright. So, you wave dash back, he rolls away, and we all know that this means that you no longer have the frame advantage. You, being Justice, no longer have the frame advantage. Knowing that, you run in and wave dash down, right? Because usually what that response would be, what that would bait out from someone, is an attack like this to wall you or something. Which is fine, but you just wave dashed down right inside of Luigi's wave dash distance, wave dash attack distance. And the worst things for you to do in this situation are to move backwards without a hitbox. Actually, that is just the worst thing you could do in this situation. And it ends up being what happens, and you're not ready for this. This could have been a wave dash as well, a wave dash in move. And what would have beaten a wave dash in move here is after this wave land down, you could have just in place short hopped and aerialed. Remember earlier I said that within those 14 frames of Luigi moving towards you, and however many frames it takes for whatever move they're going to use, most likely D smash and F tilt, you want to use a move if you're looking to stuff them, right? You're either going to stuff it or you're going to avoid it entirely and whiff punish it. At these spacings, you can do something like, if you think that he's going to approach, you could short hop dare. You could also just sit down and D-tilt. You could short hop nair as well. Or you could commit even further and move in with short hop nair or something like that and get possibly a bigger conversion. However, that is a little riskier because Luigi might wait here. But Luigi likes to swing a lot. And understanding this distance where if he was just going to wave dash and F-tilt, the F-tilt would come out right about here, right? Or maybe even right where you are. So if you moved in and aerialed, or even just did this in place, you would likely stuff him before it came out. And he's at 90%, so he'd get sent pretty far, and then he would have a pretty significant advantage. But moving around like this would get you hit most of the time. So just to reiterate, in these situations where you're like essentially within the space where Luigi will move forward but a hitbox won't quite come out yet, your best options are to wall the approach. Not read the approach, but just wall it safely, because if he moves away and you wall in place, then like who cares, right? You still have center, he loses space. So it's more like option coverage, not a read. But you could wall here. You could full hop here in anticipation of him approaching, and then fall on top of him with a neutral air, back air, up air, even. Falling up air would be great here at this percent, because it would put him above you, which is the worst possible place for Luigi to be. And we'll get into that later, but you should really rewatch this set and analyze these situations where you're at these kinds of distances and really try to gain an understanding of where Luigi's a threat, right? Luigi's the kind of character where he becomes significantly better the more you allow him to play the game, which is why it's really important to understand where you can wall and things like that to prevent him from playing the game. Because if you can prevent him from playing the game, then you will obviously defeat him. And the reason that he's not the best character in the world is because he's more vulnerable to that than some other characters. You know, Luigi's primary movement and approaching stuff is like approaching with a rather laggy approach, or, you know, something rather, you know, he doesn't have like a dash dance like Marth and Fox and Falcon do, where they can turn around literally in one frame. He kind of chooses to move forward and then he goes. Let's see, 138 is the next one. Yeah, here it is, actually. This is kind of another one of those situations where he's way over here and you're in a shoot a laser or two and you see him move in here. But this right here where he like dashes away is a specifically Luigi thing where they're going to dash away to cancel their momentum forward. Similar to how you would dash forward and then wave land or wave dash down. And then they're going to wave dash in and hit you like that. And I think here you get tricked. But this brings up another like level to the wave dash games, where if you're not in a place where you can just stuff Luigi's movements coming in by, you know, sort of soft reading when he's coming in or not, or option covering when he's coming in, your best bets in these situations is to do things like full hop or move to this platform or even shield, because shield up smash here would probably kill Luigi. Shield grab, still good against Luigi even if you can't up throw up air him easily or at all. I'm not even sure if you can. But you don't want to get caught moving around mindlessly here. You want to see him dash away like that and be ready to shield. You can react with shield to a wave dash in a lot of situations, just because shield is of course like basically frame one. It is frame one once the input comes through, but it sometimes takes longer than that because you have to actually press the shield button, but you get what I'm saying. It's fucking fast. So that's like kind of all it is. That's kind of all I have to say about the basics of like Luigi's approaching game. Of course, his neutral is more complex than this, right? He can vary the distances of his wave dashes, and he doesn't always wave dash at predictable timings, but learning how to choose when to try and wall him is really important against Luigi, because you honestly don't need like that many openings to kill him. People meme all the time that Luigi's like this unkillable creature, but Fox has the best fucking up smash in the game. He has one of the best kill moves in the game. He has up air. He has back air. He has shine. You know, there's literally no excuse for Luigi on any stage but Dreamland to be living really past like 120 against you. So don't listen to people when they say that Luigi's like fucking unkillable. Don't succumb to that because it's not true. So you end up dying there. I can go more in depth on like the wave dash stuff, but I think that what I've covered so far is basically like enough for you to get started on your own and add like your own Fox knowledge to it, because again, I'm not a Fox main, you know. This was really good. Occupying this platform here, especially these tall ones, is super good against Luigi when he's at the ledge, because when Luigi's at the ledge, this is a great segue into the next part, which is edge guarding. The great part about edge guarding Luigi is that he is a little more predictable than characters like Captain Falcon or Fox or these other characters who also have great invincible ledge options, because he doesn't have things like Falcon does where he can do hack stashes, or he can do, you know, hack stash movement on platforms and all those crazy mix-ups. Most of what he's going to be doing at the ledge is he's either going to be rolling on stage, he's going to be invincible ledge dash smash moving at you, or he's going to be wave landing right here on this part of the ledge, if you can see that right there. And all of that you're pretty safe from if you occupy this area up here. Of course, you can't just sit up here all day because he'll just like stand there and then have a little bit of stage, but this is a great place for you to start. But moving on to edge guards, this is what like super fucked you up this game, and this is one of the reasons why Stude lived so long. Luigi, his recovery is very bad, and the reason that his recovery is very bad is because it's very predictable. It's not because it doesn't cover a lot of distance, it's not because it doesn't have mix-ups, it's because it's just very predictable. His best tools are side B, up B, and down B, right? And his double jump, but sometimes they have to use that to get to the stage. But those are all the resources you want to keep track of, right? Side B has incredible lag. Let me see if I can find it here. Look at this. Total of 74. Hit goes away at 44. And it has 41 frames of landing lag. I don't know if you can see that. Here, 40 fucking 1 frames. That is so much. Captain Falcon and Sheik have, I believe, 32 frames of landing lag after their up Bs. So it's fucked up how bad this side B is, right? And if you look at that hitbox, it's not even covering his head. Your back air will beat misfire and normal side B. So just let that sink in for a minute. How much time it takes, right, before the opponent is actionable again. 74 total. That's so many. That much landing lag, 74 minus 44, that's how much fucking ending lag they've got. 41 frames of landing lag. Down B, they can't even grab the ledge for immediately after they down B, right? So you hit him here because this might have been the worst down B that I've ever seen Stude do. That should get him killed literally every single time. Like, ugh. But now Luigi is side being high, right? So let's go to the beginning of this and keep our resources in mind. No double jump, but then he gets it back, he goes to the ledge. You knock him back off. So right now he has double jump, side B, down B. Yeah, double jump, side B, down B, essentially. Up B as well, obviously. So one thing that I already would critique about is if he's going to do... Actually, no. A different edge guard, I'll talk about that. So you react well here. The reason I like how you reacted here was he, like, isn't likely to do a double jump or another side B here. So you just grab the ledge, which is great. And then you see that he did this awful, awful down B. And then you murder it, which is good. So now we know that he doesn't have down B, which is great. He can only use it once. He has to charge it on the ground before he can use it again. So now all we know that he has is we know that he... Wait, did he use this double jump? I forget. Yeah, he does. So he doesn't have a double jump either. I wonder why he used his double jump there. So you back air this, so now he doesn't have double jump, he doesn't have down B. All he has right now is hoping for a misfire and up B. So in this situation, what I really like to do is to protect myself from misfire, I like to shield here. So you can shield right there, and then if he side Bs and it misfires and it goes through, you don't get hit by it. And you can wave dash out and up smash his 41 frames of landing lag, and he'll die because it's 160. And you grab the ledge here, and if he side Bs like this, remember, I forget how, I don't actually know what that number is, but it's something like what is it? I'll just go ahead and do the calculation. 74, it's like 20 frames or something of end lag on this. So if you see that his big ugly head is gonna bump into here like this, he has to dip quite a bit, right? So you grab the ledge, hit that roll button. This is the most dead Luigi on the planet. But you shine him, and the problem with shining against Luigi is that yes, it's good, but it's not good if it's going to be in a situation where he's getting pushed into the stage. Because if he gets pushed into the stage, he can just up B again. And then he missed the edge guard. I forget if he gets literally anything else off of this. Yeah, he doesn't. But he could have been dead. He shouldn't have had that chance. So 305 was the next timestamp. And we'll go back to... Actually, I'm going to come back to this one. I want to keep talking about edge guards. This is when one occurs, right? No, that isn't when one occurs. 348. Okay, here's another one. So, again, consider resources. He has all of them. He just side E's this time. He doesn't double jump. There's his double jump. No more double jump. Side B's right there. And you shine there. I think this shine was okay, because there's not a hitbox out anymore, right? But you needed to be out there doing it earlier. And you could have grabbed the ledge there. But I don't think I would have gone for this shine. You could have just been sitting there waiting in shield ready to punish like a misfire. And then when it doesn't happen, imagine you're still in shield. You wave dash to the ledge right here. You're still invincible. You see this down B, right? And then you just hit the down B, you know? So he's too far from the ledge right now to instantly up B. So you could delay your grab of the ledge here. And then once you see the down B, just drop back air. But again, the shine saves him, you know? And then you get memed. And there wasn't much you could have done about getting memed in that situation. You know, nobody really sees that coming, but... it didn't necessarily have to occur, you know? You could have probably even waited on the ledge here, and then once you saw the up B, just dropped down and shined him immediately while you were invincible. That might have actually been the optimal thing to do, is if you had already grabbed the ledge. So you're in my head, you're shielding here. You see no misfire. So you grab the ledge right about now. He has no double jump, remember, so he can't just double jump up here, which is why you got to delay the grab of the ledge. And then you see the down B begin, and you go, aha, drop, blip, he's dead. Or if you grab it a little later and you can't get the blip, back air, right? And if you even get a shine in this situation where he like doesn't go anywhere, you could just down smash here and it'll get him. Because it's kind of hard to space the up B there. But yeah, I get memed, that fucking sucks. Let's go back to 305. So that's enough about edge guards. Basically what you need to do is you need to have a better idea of like what his resources are when he uses them and what you need to be afraid of, and how you want to punish those. He's going to use his down B to gain height. He's going to use his up B to try and grab the ledge. And you can time your invincibility so that early up Bs can't kill you, and that you can react to a dip and then just roll from the ledge. And if you want, I can show you some of this stuff later, like at next Monday Night Melee. Just ask me and I'll show you, so it's easier to like see. But moving on, this is like phase 3 of Luigi weakness, which is Luigi coming down. There were a bunch of situations where Luigi was coming down on top of you and you didn't really do anything to him. This is primarily what I do against players like Tadio, and I do it to Luigi as well, and I did it to BFJ when I was at Gravity X3 like a fucking year and a half ago, is when Luigi is coming down, his aerial mobility is so awful that he has very few mix-ups. His mix-up is, am I going to put out a hitbox, or am I going to try and air dodge towards the stage? You know, very, very bad for him. A lot of his stuff coming down straight up loses to up tilt. Like, I'm pretty sure your up tilt can just outspace literally everything. I've outspaced Stude's up or down airs with my Fox or Falco up tilt like more times than I can count. It's not even that hard. So you have like 3 things you can do here. You can try to time an up tilt, which is kind of risky. It can lose to fast fall aerial, which is the other mix-up that I forgot to mention. The reason I didn't mention it is because it still kind of just loses to dash dance aerial, dash dance grab, or shield up smash, or shield grab. But I digress. When he's coming down like this, his most likely options are going to be aerialing on his way down, or trying to move away from you. So when you see Luigi coming down like this, he drifted in this way. So you can pretty easily guess that he's not going to be able to drift all the way back out like Captain Falcon or Jigs could. So it's likely that he's going to come straight down or commit into you. So you shield, because you know that. But the part where I disagree with this is that you didn't up smash him here. This is the perfect time for up smash out of shield. If you just up smash out of shield there, he's fucking beamed, dude. He's either dead or you're gonna rinse repeat him and he's gonna die. That's really all there is to it when Luigi is falling. There's very few options that Luigi has in those situations. Watch this situation a bunch of times and then watch the whole set and then think about how many times you've played against Luigi and he's just like fallen right on top of you with stuff. And how easy that is to counterplay. You can see here, you can literally press shield and grab or up smash. And it's amazing. Even at mid percents, up smash is great. It puts him back up there. Gives you a chance to do more. You could have even dash dance grabbed this. You could have dash dance up smashed this. You could have up tilted this. There's a lot you can do. And in this set, every time he came down on top of you, there was never really a big punish. So that's another place where like you were very lacking in this set. And this stuff right here that he's starting to do is happening kind of because of that. Wait, did I even talk about general game plan earlier? No, I didn't, I think. I guess that's the next segue. Is this another edge guard? Yeah, it is. Just back air him. He's got double jump. Uses it. Down Bs. Back air him. If you back air him here, he doesn't have down B, and he doesn't have double jump. And then the edge guard is very easy from there. Uh, 645. Oh, I think this is another edge guard. You missed the shine, and then you down smash because you expect the up B. That sucks. So let's look at this. Oh god. Weirdness. You're both really nervous at this point. So he gets back aired. Again, you should really stop doing this, pressing these buttons here. I know you like want to keep your speed up, but I think that it's taking away from your focus on what's going on with Luigi. So like, you can just watch the magnifying glass and see, oh look, there's a side B, so he still has double jump. He just used his double jump. So now, he didn't get a misfire. I'm gonna grab the ledge. So you've grabbed the ledge in this situation. He down Bs, and you go, ah, blip! And he goes this way. And then he's dead. Or even just back here, there. And then he has no down B, no double jump. All he'll have is a hopeful misfire. And then he's dead and the set's over. So yeah, I think it's mostly just the same stuff in game 2, so I'm not really going to go over game 2. So if we're going to go back to the beginning just for a summary, I think that the general game plan was just a little lacking, and the reason it was lacking is because you couldn't force the issue on him later on because you lack the understanding of Luigi's neutral game, which have hopefully helped you rectify at this point. Again, I'm not a Fox main, so please don't take what I tell you to do as like the end-all be-all. It's entirely possible that there are more options for you in some of these situations, but the things that I have told you are really, really basic things that will work. So you should give those a try. And just watch this set again and see how many situations you could have dash dance grabbed or shield up smashed him coming down on top of you with aerials. Look at like how many times he surprised you with a wave dash in, down smash, or forward tilt, and try to understand, you know, where within that wave dash his hitbox came out, and how you could have maybe positioned yourself a little better to be able to like wall him before he could do it. Another really big thing in this set was that your edge guarding just was not there. The key to Luigi's edge guarding is understanding or keeping track of his resources and eliminating them one by one. It's okay if you back air him and it won't kill him. It's okay to do that because he had to use his resources to get back, and again, his recovery is extremely predictable. And you will, if you are patient and if you're paying attention, be able to cover all of them, right? Where was that first edge guard? It's 305, right? No. 111? No. 320? Yeah, I think. What happened to 320? Oh, right. 348. Yeah, like, look at this magnifying glass. Double jump, gone. Grab ledge, down B, blip him before he can get to the side of the stage where you just push him in. Or back air him, or whatever, and then he doesn't have the resources left. So, before I, like, ramble on longer, that's basically it. My biggest problems, again, as just a general summary, was, you know, other than the edge guards not being there, other than, you know, not having a clear understanding of the neutral. My biggest problem was that your game plan didn't go past like CC, getting him out of CC ASDI %. You can kind of go in on Luigi after that, right? You can start walling him more, you know, more often. You can feel safe walling him more often. You can feel safe going in there with like a drill or a nair and then shining afterwards, because it's not like he's going to shield grab you. But if you get him past those percents and then allow him to continue to play the game, you just give him more opportunities to open you up. Actually, I think there was this one moment here that exemplifies this pretty well. Wasn't 530, was it 645? No, that was an edge guard. Was it 348? No, this was an edge guard as well, I think. 320? Yeah. This is one of the reasons, this is exactly what I'm talking about right here, is if you're going to camp these top platforms or these platforms, he can just camp this one. And if he's at a high percent, he is way less likely to approach you or try to read your platform movement with full hops and things like that. He is way less likely to give you what you want. He's way less likely to give you what you're trying to earn with this stuff here when he's at kill percents, or when he's past ASDI percents, essentially. So at these percents, I don't like doing this anymore. I don't think this is a great idea anymore. At these percents, you want to be pressuring him around here more, because if he gets hit, he's off stage, and then you rinse repeat edge guard his ass until he dies. So before I ramble more, that's the analysis. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, or like you want me to show you something in person, just ask and I will show you.